For years, the West tried and repeatedly failed to stop it. No radar managed to detect it, and no air defense system succeeded in bringing it down. Kinjal, the missile that baffled the Pentagon and pushed Donald Trump himself to the edge of madness, to the point that he reportedly issued secret orders to orchestrate the hijacking of a MiG-21 while it was flying with Russia's weapon of death strapped beneath its belly. But the operation failed. The aircraft never stopped flying. And what no one knew at the time was that Putin wasn't relying on the Kinjal alone. Hidden far from the public eye, he was developing an entirely more sinister version, one born in the shadows. Kinjal M2. A missile never officially announced, never displayed in any military parade, yet its name leaked straight from the heart of Moscow's factories, enough to spark panic inside NATO's closed-door meetings. So what exactly is Russia hiding under the label Kinjal M2? And why did even the mention of it send a chill down Trump's spine? Stay with us until the end. What we're about to uncover has never been discussed before. A system of fear. When we examine this missile under the microscope, we don't just see a weapon. We see a full-scale terror system. The original version, the H-47 M2 Kinjal, is about 8 meters long, nearly 1 meter in diameter, and weighs roughly 4,300 kilograms at launch. It can carry either a conventional or a nuclear warhead weighing around 480 kilograms. It's launched from MiG-31K jets or Tu-22 M3 bombers, enabling it to strike targets between 1,500 and 2,000 kilometers, and in optimal launch conditions, even as far as 3,000 kilometers. But the true horror lies in its speed, Mach 10, over 12,000 kilometers per hour. Yet everything we've mentioned so far is merely the first version. The demonic variant. What intelligence reports now call Kinjal M2 is something entirely different. A version engineered to be unpredictable, with a stealthier flight profile and violent maneuvering in its terminal phase, almost toying with enemy defenses. It shifts altitude, changes angles, and then dives onto its target from directions no one expects. Reports indicate its physical dimensions remain similar to the earlier model, but its guidance package is dramatically upgraded. The M2 version reportedly uses inertial navigation, updated Russian GLONASS, mid-course corrections via military satellites, and most importantly, an added terminal guidance unit equipped with electro-optical and infrared sensors. This means the missile can visually identify its target even under complete electronic jamming. Even if satellites are blinded, the missile can still finish its mission. Its warhead is also more advanced, possibly a penetrator or even a smart warhead that adjusts its angle of attack. Some estimates claim its surface includes radar-absorbent materials, making it harder to detect than its predecessor. And while some Western sources claim they successfully intercepted the older Kinjal, recent NATO analyses show that Kinjal interception rates dropped sharply in the second half of 2025, suggesting that the upgraded version may have already entered service. Today, the M2 is being studied inside Western war rooms as part of doomsday scenarios, yet Washington refuses to even utter its name. The dark side. But even a weapon surrounded by myth has cracks beneath the surface. The first weakness lies in its launch platforms. As of the writing of this analysis, the missile can only be deployed from MiG-31K aircraft or the modified Tu-22 M3, both limited in number. They require long runways and heavily protected bases, assets difficult to position near combat zones. Any disruption in air readiness or refueling timing could strip the missile of its strategic relevance. One small error at the wrong moment could turn the Kinjal from a decisive weapon into a burden. The second weakness is preparation time. Unlike tactical missiles that can be fired from the ground within minutes, the Kinjal M2 requires arming and calibration procedures that take several hours, performed in secure bases far away from NATO surveillance. This makes it not a rapid response weapon, but a preemptive strike tool used only in extreme scenarios, not in routine skirmishes.
Then comes the cost. While the Russian Air Force could launch an entire salvo of Iskanders or Kalibrs in a single night, each Kinjal M2 reportedly costs $10 to $13 million, according to Western estimates. This number reflects more than technical complexity. It suggests that use of the missile is heavily restricted, possibly requiring approval from the highest levels of Russian leadership. It's rare ammunition, not a routine battlefield asset. The most sensitive issue, however, is the growing doubt surrounding the missile's actual performance. Despite Russian claims of accuracy, reports from Kyiv and within NATO confirm that some earlier Kinjal versions were intercepted by modified Patriot systems. And while the M2 was designed to fix these weaknesses, battlefield reality tells a simple truth. Nothing is truly impossible to shoot down, not even a missile traveling at 8 times the speed of sound. Some analysts describe the Kinjal as unconventional, but not invincible. A weapon or a message? And behind all of this looms a more dangerous question. Is the Kinjal M2 a genuine military leap, or is it part of Putin's psychological warfare campaign? Many believe that the mere announcement, leaked at the exact time Russia was conducting the Zapad 2025 drills, was intended not for Ukraine, but for Poland, Romania, and Germany, home to NATO's key bases. A missile that may not show up on radar, but whose name alone dominates intelligence briefings. A weapon now studied as part of Western end-of-days simulations. Because ultimately, the darkest aspect of the Kinjal is not its destructive power when launched, but the fear it spreads simply by existing in the sky. It doesn't even need to be fired. Its presence alone can disrupt command networks, delay decisions, and force every commander, every defense minister, and every American base to remain on edge, worried about that one sudden button pressed in Moscow. So, has that moment come closer? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.